Hey, what's up, guys? So today I wanted to talk a little bit about my painting process and why I make certain decisions and how those decisions affect the painting overall. So let's get started. So the first thing I usually do is establish the environment first, which is basically like consists of the background, the lighting, the values, and basically um, how all these elements affect the object within the environment. But you can't really paint the object until you know, or at least have a clear idea of what type of environment you want to paint. Whether it's a daytime environment or a nighttime, what type of, whether you have warm lights and cool shadows. It really depends on, everything really depends on what environment the object is in. And then you can go on to paint um, the form of the object. It really depends on, where you want to go with it. But usually everything depends on the environment and the direction of where the light is coming from, because the light reveals the object. And all the colors come mostly from what type of environment the object is within. So let's say in this example, I mostly used cool colors because the light source it's a cool light. If it was a warm light, it would look more like sunlight, and the darks would have been cool. But instead, I used cool colors and kind of warm shadows, like warmish shadows or neutral shadows. Um, and the lighting was very important because again, like the light reveals the object and it establishes the form of the object. Without the light source, you would just basically have like base colors, simple base colors under a sketch, basically, or at least that's what I would have. Um, you can have multiple light sources, but in most of my paintings, I choose to use like two at max, and they're usually directed where I want the viewer to look at. Um, in this case, I did use multiple light sources, but the main light source still remains. Like she's, you can see how she's looking directly at the light source, and the rest of the light is basically on her face. um, and also on her headpiece, just so I can have the viewer look at her face mostly than other aspects of the image. Not to say that, other aspects are not rendered correctly. It's just that, that's where I want the viewer to look at. Um, that's how most of my paintings are. So, um, other than that, like, a lot of the choices I make are very based on fundamentals, within painting as far as value, light sources, form, edges, um, overall theme for the image, and things of that nature. So like, yeah, it's strongly based on fundamentals. Most of my paintings. But yeah, that's basically like a rough breakdown on, basically why I make certain decisions within my painting. And so yeah, that's basically all I have for right now. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. And I definitely will be uploading a lot more of these videos as far as explaining my work. And I hope you have a great one. I'll see y'all soon.